Hi, and welcome to Nini's house. I've been spending a lot of time in the sewing room this past week, but before I get to that and to showing you the new things that I've made, I wanted to thank all of my subscribers. We are over 1,500 now. I'm really excited about that. I want to thank those of you who have bought my journals and purses, who have left such helpful hints and nice, sweet words of encouragement. I appreciate all of you so much, and I want to show my appreciation by offering a giveaway. So if you will stick to the end of the video, I'll tell you how to enter at that time. And I'll show you what I'm going to be giving away. Right now, though, you are looking at a couple of things that I already had made up that I don't believe I've shown you yet. The first is my tote bag. It's not made from repurposed vintage linens or crochet. It does have some vintage buttons on it, but it is made from thrifted fabric, and the handle is a piece of webbing that I thrifted, and I've done some embroidery and some slow stitching on it. It's a crossbody bag, so it's very comfortable to wear, and it's deep so that when I'm thrifting I can stuff all of the little bags from the different shops down into it, and I don't have to worry about keeping track of all those little bags while I'm going from shop to shop. Next is a banner made from an old tablecloth. The embroidery on this tablecloth is absolutely beautiful. I love the colors, but the tablecloth was stained and it had some holes in it that looked like maybe cigarette burns. So I cut out the best pieces and used them to make the squares of this banner. I made this quite a while ago, and I've had it hanging up in my sewing room, and as you can see, it still has some discoloration and some yellow stains on it. I wasn't able to get out before, but I am going to try some of the tips that you all have left me in the comments and see if I can't get those stains out now. I also made the bias tape that the banner is attached to from some thrifted fabric. Now, moving on to my new projects for the week, I was reminded by one of you that I could add this beautiful crochet to a denim jacket, and I just happened to have a heavy denim shirt. It's not technically a jacket, but I had it packed away with my winter clothes, so I went upstairs and dug it out and decided that I would use some of my better crochet pieces to decorate the shirt. I have quite a few pieces. Most are damaged, as you know, but I do have some that are in perfect condition that are beautiful, and I'm going to use this one on the back of my jacket. It is absolutely gorgeous and in perfect condition. I got a few really nice pieces in a bundle at an estate sale years ago in Louisiana, and I have saved them for something special, and so I'm happy to make myself something. I don't often do that. I'm usually making something for the house or for my grandkids, but this time it's for me. I also have this piece, which is really pretty, but I just don't think it fits here as well as the other one does. So I'm going with this one. I'm going to attach it using fabric glue, and I'm also going to tack it around with a needle and thread just to hold it down and make sure it is secure. I also have an idea for the front pocket. I saved a photo years ago of something that I thought was really cute to do like in an embroidery hoop, but I believe I'm going to do it on the front pocket of my jacket. So I'll come back in a little bit and show you that part. Here's the inspiration photo. I don't remember where I saw it, probably on Pinterest, but it's like a little flower pot with some flowers growing out of it. So I thought the pocket would be the perfect place to do that. I'm going to use one of the medallions off of this crochet doily that you've seen me cut off of many times before to make the little flower pot. It's just folded in half and attached to the project, but I'm not going to attach it down just now because I want my little stems to go behind it. This green vine and leaves I got at Hobby Lobby in the ribbon section. It also comes in other colors. I have pink and ecru, I believe. Now here's where it gets frustrating because the trimmer in my hands is just wild today, and I have trouble controlling that silky little ribbon. But eventually I do get it under control and get it all worked out, and I decided that the button up on the top of the pocket, actually it's a snap, would be perfect also to be a flower. Here are some of the vintage buttons from my collection that I've chosen to use. Most of them are shaped like flowers, but others are just ones that I think are really pretty. Here is the inspiration photo again, and here's how mine turned out. I really like it. What do you think? The big blue flower is my favorite, and I loved finding a way to use some of my vintage buttons. Now, on to my next project. I bought this big canvas bag from Amazon. It's brand new, and there's a reason that it's brand new and not thrifted, which I will share with you in a little bit. It's a nice size. It's actually really huge. It's 20 inches wide and about 16 inches high. It has a pocket on the front and a zipper closure and a whole lot of room inside. I think it's the perfect blank canvas for what I have in mind. I'm going to pull out my box that contains all of my crochet pieces and linens and see what I can find to decorate this bag with. I have so many pretty pieces, and I've put some off to the side here that I want to try out and see what we think about them. I want to put a large piece on the side without the pocket and then do something smaller on the pocket. So I'm trying out this blue one, which is gorgeous. It does have some stains on it, but it's so pretty, only it's just too big for the bag. I'm going to keep auditioning a few more until I find just the perfect piece to go on the back of this bag. And I think I may have found it. So I'm going to pin it on and see what other type of embellishments I can add to it, or if I just want to leave it plain just like this. I like this general placement, so I'm going to look for some other things to decorate the bag with. This is a pretty little handkerchief here with some pink flowers that will coordinate with the pink and white crochet on the back. I'm also finding a lot of other things that I might be able to use on the other side of the bag or to embellish this side of the bag. Recognize this piece? I am bound and determined to use this beautiful piece somewhere soon. But just as on the jacket, it just does not look right here either. I think the canvas bag is just too casual for that beautiful piece of fancy crochet. I love this little piece. It's a trivet or a hot pad actually, but it's so pretty. I just am not sure that I want to part with it yet, so I'm not going to use it on this bag either. Then when I put this little handkerchief up here, man, it just felt perfect. It fit perfect. It looks beautiful. So that's what I'm going to use to decorate the pocket. I also want to use something down here along this seam line, and I have this pretty blue, I don't know if it's crochet or tatting, but it's some type of handmade lace. I just don't think it's the right color for this bag though. I do have this pretty variegated pink crocheted lace that was the edging on the table runner that I used to make the purse out of. I showed in my last video. I think it's a perfect color, and I am going to piece it together and put it on this side along the seam line. I need to trim it up and then attach it to the seam. I am going to do like I did for my jacket and use some fabric glue and also tack it on with the needle and thread to make sure that it holds good. And here is the side with the pocket, completely finished. I had some vintage ecru lace that I thought would look pretty here too, so I added that along the seam line, and I added a button to the bottom of the handkerchief. I've had some of you ask how I handle the fraying on the crochet, so I thought I would show you. I use this. It's called Fray Check by Dritz, and you just apply a generous amount to the edge where you want to cut it. See how I've left some excess there? Well, this is where I want to cut my crochet. So I'm adding a lot of this, and then I'm going to let it dry thoroughly. Once it is totally dry, it will be really stiff, and then you can trim off the excess and you won't have any fraying. Mine is not completely dry, so I'm not going to trim it right now. Once again, it's called Fray Check, and you can get it in the fabric department at Walmart or Hobby Lobby. Now that the pocket side is done, I'm going back to the other side to see how I want to finish it off. I want more than just the big square of crochet, so I'm thinking that I want to use this flower medallion thing, and I also want to use some of my vintage buttons, so I'm going to look through and pick a few out. And here's the finished product. I used that big translucent pink button on top of the little flower medallion. This pearl button in the center of the flower, and a little cluster of some pretty vintage buttons down at the bottom. The thank you giveaway is for the tote bag. If you would like to participate, just leave a comment below saying that you would like to be included, and I will enter your name in the drawing. You have until midnight Central Time, August 28th, to be included. The winner will be announced in my video scheduled to come out August 30th. Thank you so much for watching. Ollie and Papa say hey.